on my face. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the back post, and welcome back to another football stream, another live watch along for Chelsea, of course. An early kickoff here in the Champions League, Malmo versus Chelsea, the reverse fixture of the last Champions League game. And the boys are just walking out now. I'm going to be watching the game, chatting to whoever's in the chat, talking about what's happening, all that good stuff that you get from a watch along. So hope everyone enjoys. So, should we talk team news? I think team news is the first protocol. As the teams line up in Sweden, we'll talk about the team news, which is going across the screen at the bottom right now. So, of course, we've got Mendy in goal. I got money on this pitch. Cheers, Mike. Mike's in the chat. He's got a little bit of money on this pitch. Sorry, Mendy is in goal with, which is, I was about to say surprising, because overall this team have gone very strong. Tuchel's put quite a strong team out here, and I don't know if that is surprising or not. I don't think it is. I guess it's like, it's not a must-win game, but it's one of those games that you want to win to solidify, going through in the Champions League, getting to those knockout stages, that sort of thing. So I'm not too surprised that he's gone with that. So Mendy is a net for that. We've also got Asby, captain, right wing back, opposed to in the back three. We've got Thiago Silva, Christensen, Rudiger, again very strong centre back three there. Alonso comes in for Chilwell, so a bit of rotation makes sense. Tuchel's quite good at that this season, rotating the sides and rotating the team when needed. And then you've got Jorginho and Loftus-Cheek in the middle, and then Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek is my favourite one. Not a must-win, a should-win. Yeah, exactly, Mike. Exactly. It's we beat 4-0 last time out. We should be winning, of course. Of course, we should be winning, but it's one of those. Is if we win today, we pretty much solidify going through to the knockout stages. Then the game against Juve is a bit of a top place spot, and so on. So yeah, that's why he's gone for a strong team. There's a bit of rotation, like with Alonso, of course. Ziyech has come into the fold, which I don't know if that's surprising or not, because Ziyech has been just rubbish. My voice has gone even speaking about him. He's been absolutely rubbish in a Chelsea shirt. He's had little bits of spells here and there. And I think Chelsea fans are starting to get fed up with him, especially the performances of late. With Werner, Pulisic, Lukaku out, he's had to play more, and he's not impressed. This has been his time to impress and to show Thomas Tuchel what he's about, and he just didn't, and he just hasn't. Again, another night tonight to prove himself. He needs to show something, that's for sure. Similar with Havertz, he's had a few goals here and there. He's had some decent performances, nothing too, well beaten, but he's been here and there, and he's currently our only striker, so he's playing. And then, of course, Hudson-Odoi, who's flourishing out on that left wing at the moment, really taking his opportunity. He's starting out on the left, so I'm really happy by that. Alonso about to play, even though he knows people will take the knee. Fucking moron. Ref is moaning about something early doors. I need to just turn the volume up here so I can hear what's going on. What's going on, Ref? Ref is already causing a commotion. That's a great early sign, isn't it? Just before kickoff. But here we go. Chelsea are kicking off now. And we're underway in the Champions League. Match week 4 of the Champions League. Game week 4, I say. I'm excited. I'm happy. I rushed home from work to get here to do this stream and to watch this game. It's a bit annoying that it's the early kickoff. There's not, Champions League is a bit more romantic when it's under the lights at 8 p.m, quite late, Has its manager there. 5:45 don't really feel right, does it? No worries, Mike. Can't you have on the toilet with me? So I'll be back in a bit. No worries, Mike. See you in a bit, fella. You can have me on the toilet, but it would just be a bit weird. But yeah, I expect this game to be very, very one way. Chelsea really are just going to have loads of the ball, aren't they? And they're going to try and dominate, try and break away, try and break down. It's going to be a resolute Malmo team. It's not going to be easy. I think Chelsea in recent weeks have had to break down teams, and it's took us a while. It's took us like against Newcastle. It took us. I can't remember what minute that goal was in, but it took us a little while before we actually managed to break them down with obviously that Reece James rocket, that horse kick, as Tuchel would say. I expect to not really get a goal for a while. I think it takes us a moment. We have to kind of wait, be very patient. And this moment team have a lot to play with. They've not scored in the Champions League. They've not won, of course. But if they look for a draw against us, maybe a draw against Juve, and then manage to get a win against Zenit, that might put them in the Europa League. So there's still that little bit of something to play for them. So they're going to make this difficult for us. They really are. And that's why Tuchel's put out a really strong side, I reckon. That's why he's gone with such a strong kind of experienced side, I'd say. But the player I'm most excited to see is, of course, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. He hasn't played in the Champions League in a very, very long time. He completely deserves this spot right now with the way he's been playing, the way he's took to that number 6 role that I don't think anyone predicted him sitting in, really. So I'm really excited to see what he can do there in the future. And this is the thing, Thomas Tuchel is just a magician, isn't he? He just has found a wonderful way. And it's a bit like Klopp, really, in that he has a system and anyone could come in and play in that system. That's something quite magical. But yeah, Ruben, I'm excited to see Ruben play. I really am. I think I'm always happy to see him play. He's very progressive. He's just a specimen, isn't he? The way he can get forward, the way he goes. Oh my god! Oh, sorry. I thought Rudiger just put in like a worldy ball. Then Asby's won the ball high up. Havertz, is that? Oh, looking for a pen already. A very early pen. Havertz, tricky feet in the box. Ref's taking a look. I think the VAR is going to take a look at this. They've paused the game. He's got tricky feet in the box, Havertz, and he was twisting and turning, trying to find a way, and he has been brought down. I want to see a replay of this, see what actually happened. Here we go. Asby's putting a ball in. He's in the box. He's received. He's turned, and someone's just clattered his feet. Oh, you can see that being given. He does get the slight touch of the ball there. I don't know if this is going to be given as a pen, to be fair. Yes, Daniel. What are you saying, lad? Welcome back. No pen? No pen. Didn't think so. He got the ball just before he clattered Havertz. He went down quite easily, to be fair, didn't he, Havertz? Positive sign early doors there because he had a lot of space there. They had to close him down quickly, and it had to be a really good tackle. How you doing, Daniel? How you feeling, mate, about this game? You excited? You upset about Conte? I think you weren't too happy about the Conte news, were you, mate? I don't think many Chelsea fans are. You know what? With the Conte news, there you go, man. We were on the same wavelength there, weren't we, mate? I'll keep that up on there. So the way I see it is, mate, Chelsea and Tottenham have shared managers before. They've shared players. One of Tottenham's greats was at Chelsea for a couple of years and scored many goals. Jimmy Greaves, of course. Glenn Hoddle went through it between the two managing. These things happen. Of course, most recently, Jose. Excuse me. And with the Jose finger, I felt like Jose was quite towards the end. He's towards the end of his brilliant career. He was kind of bored in a sinking ship, so I wasn't too worried. Excuse me, sorry, my voice is cracking. But with Conte, I think he's just a winner, man. What he can do. Like if you look at his track record, Juve were like 7th in the league. He takes them on a free on the bounce, winning the league there, just complete domination in the Serie A. Then he moves over to Italy, takes them far after rejuvenating them, comes to Chelsea, takes a team that was 10th, and just struggling with such a toxic, horrible atmosphere at Chelsea. He won us the league, won us the FA Cup the season after that. Goes to Inter Milan and ends that Juve dominance that he started. Um, and then ever since he's been on the beach, and me and Josh on the channel, we've been miffed. Why the fuck is he? No one actually went and gone. Conte, come to us. Like I think he's top four managers in the world, and I think all four of the best managers in the world now are in the Premier League. Funny enough, but he's definitely up there. He definitely deserved that sort of praise. So the thing is with me, why I don't like the fact that Conte's gone to Spurs, not for the fact that I think he's snaked Chelsea, because I think it's football, that's what happens. He fell out with the board, blah blah blah. I still love him for what he did to Chelsea, and those 2 years were amazing. Thing that upsets me is that I think he will win with Spurs. He will win something for them, and that's no one wants that. No one wants to see Spurs win. I don't. Oh, Josh, I want to see Josh continue to be upset. That's funny. 5,000 days today, they've not won a trophy, and yeah, and I think he ends that because he's going to pick up this team now. He's going to have the rest of the season. No pressure. There's no pressure to win anything on Spurs this season. He'll thrive in that. This will be like a really long preseason where he buys some players in January, figures out the system, encourages the players, maybe go on to win in the League Cup or in the Conference League, instill some sort of winning mentality into them, and then next year, fresh start with they're up there top four easily, and they can push for the league because that's what he does. That's just Antonio Conte, and that's what worries me the most, Daniel, mate. So. Yeah, that's how I feel about Conte going to Spurs. I'm worried that are actually going to win something, which is just not what nobody wants, is it? As Hudson-Odoi, he takes a shot, just blocked well. So yeah, what do you think, mate? How do you feel? Do you think that Conte snaked us there, or do you think? How do you feel about it? Because I think some Chelsea fans feel snaked in that, but I don't think it's football, and modern football's different nowadays. And even then, back in the day, Chelsea and Spurs have shared so many managers and all sorts. It's crazy news, though, isn't it? It ain't right. It was weird to see him hold the Spurs shirt today. It didn't feel right. It felt upsetting because honestly, I loved him. I loved him so much. Exactly, Daniel. Exactly. London will always be blue. You say always. It wasn't when I was growing up. It definitely wasn't, because it was definitely Arsenal. Definitely red. But right now, it is fucking blue, and it's going to take a lot to change that. Because you know what it's going to take? It's going to take 2 Champions League. Neither Spurs or Arsenal have one. So they don't even have a European Cup, do they? Oh, nearly a good ball in there. So yeah, it'll always be blue, mate. No worries there. We'll always have the 2 ahead of them right now, and it's going to take some. Listen, Conte don't win Champions Leagues. We know that he ain't going to do that for him. I've actually just seen a brilliant tweet. Aaron Smith just put Conte managing Spurs is like Lewis Hamilton driving a Renault Clio. But then again, he'd still be able to whip it faster around corners better than most managers. That oh, okay. Big break on here for Malmo. Defenders looking a bit ropey. They're coming at us, but we've dealt with it well. Bit of a worrying attack by Malmo there. I don't know who gave the ball away, but they gave it away, and it was 3-on-2 at the moment. Chelsea players did really well to get it back and recover. So those are the sort of things that they're kind of going to relish off, though, and they didn't take that one. Oh dear. Another beautiful ball over the top from Malmo there. I mean, that one was just ahead of the player. Daniels, why did Spurs like getting old Chelsea managers that are done? Conte's not done, mate. Conte is not done. This is the big thing. This is what worries me the most. Conte is not finished by any means. That's what worries me the most. Jose was I don't like to say finish because he is such an incredible manager, and I think he can do a job, but not at this highest level. Not, and to be honest, I think he could have won them that League Cup if they stuck with him. It was so weird that he didn't. But either way, Conte's not done. That's what worries me the most. I don't know what it is with clubs trying to take leftover Chelsea bits now, like Arsenal signing all our old players, and now Spurs trying to recycle managers. What I mean? They're just trying to like get our old managers. They're having success. Let's copy them. That's what Levy's saying, but it's not what they should be doing at all. But this feels like probably the best move that the Tottenham have made in a while. Me and Joshua spoke about it. It was an incredible thing for Tottenham. He's very excited, of course. He should be. He really should be. It's going to be interesting. Who do they play on the weekend? They've got Everton. They'll smash up Everton. Everton are rubbish at the moment. But it will be interesting to see if he goes for that three at the back, five at the back system, because I think they've got the players to play it. Especially if Kane pulls his finger out now, because Conte ain't going to be having him moping about the place like he has been. Chelsea just trying to break down this very dense. Oh, lovely little ball there. Havertz trying. I don't know if Havertz is good at playing with his back to goal. I just don't know if that's him. Oh, Asby with a lovely shot bottom left there. Keeper spilled it. Could have probably catched it, spilled it. I don't know if Havertz is good at playing with his back to goal. Tell me if I'm wrong. But like I think every time he retrieves it, he kind of doesn't know how to fully turn and get it. Like Lukaku's that's he's amazing at it. He really is, and it is such a skill because it's like it goes against all nature for me. Anyway, when I'm playing football, having my back against the goal. What is that fucking corner? Just passing it to Ziyech and getting displaced. Like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? But yeah, he struggled with that. Oh my god, what are these shit little corners, man? Get people in the box. We've got great defenders. They score more than the attackers, man. That was fucking bollocks. I think Conte to Spurs is a bad move. Why, Daniel? I wholeheartedly disagree, but I'll be interested to hear why. Why you think that? Surprises me, mate. Just gonna have a look at what Twitter is saying. I always find it interesting to see what they're saying. Oh, Jesus. I forgot about that. I've actually got to do my real job because of the Spurs board. Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Like, but apparently, Levy's gonna fucking throw money at it. Apparently, that I mean, listen, him saying that and him doing that are two different things. But he said that Harry Kane could leave, and that didn't happen. But if he does, and I think it'd be wise if he did, and it'd be silly if he didn't. I think then we have a problem. I reckon. Listen, I think this ain't gonna last long. This will be 1 or 2 years, maybe even three at a push with Conte. That's what he kind of does, doesn't he? I think this year he comes in, wins the League Cup, wins the Conference League, and gets his team right. Next year they push for the title. If they win it, it's a different problem. Like there's gonna, they've got Liverpool, City, and Chelsea to deal with, but Conte is up there for me. Oh, lovely little run from Havertz. Oh, Ziyech just couldn't get it in. It was a bit too close to the keeper. Can't blame him. But what was I saying? But yeah, no. And then if they get a third year, I think Levy will probably just be like, "Yeah, do what you want, mate. Do what you want. Please, just help us." That's what I'd do if I was him, anyway. Just give me one moment here. Another Chelsea corner. How many corners you got, Mike? Because it might rack up. Can we actually whip this one in? Looks like we are whipping it in. Good ball in. Oh, so much better. Ruben on the edge of the box. Get it out wide. That's it. That's it. Another go in. This looks promising, you know. Ziyech has to bring it on his left. Ruben! Oh, Ruben. Thought he lofted one over. Ruben Loftus Chico one over. That was terrible. That was terrible. What was it, Silver? Another thing that worries me about, yes, Paul, my guy, Paul. Hey, Jay, it's been a while since I've been on one of these watch long. Good to see how you doing, mate. Great to have you in again. It's been a while. I don't do them as much as I used to during lockdown. I did a lot more. You know, like a lot of life has happened since. But me and Josh are trying to make a conscious effort to do more of these streams. So very, very happy that you're back, mate. Really appreciate you dropping by. How you doing, mate? You good? Yeah, I'm sure you're happy with how Chelsea's going right now. Ain't you, pal? Daniel said it. I think Arsenal fans will not be happy if Spurs will win the FA Cup or the League Cup, mate. Of course they won't. Then Arsenal fans, you know, they're the worst of us all. They're the worst of us all. Arsenal fans, like I personally, Chelsea fans across the board hate Tottenham a lot more than they hate Arsenal. I think that's what I kind of gauge from the people I know. But for me, I hate Arsenal, man. I hate them so much. I hate them more than I dislike Tottenham. I hate Tottenham. Havertz going down easy again. Don't like it. But Arsenal, of course, they hate Spurs. They won't be happy with that. Of course, they won't, mate. But you know what? They've got Conte and they've got Arteta, and so you can't complain. Havertz is going down there in the box. Sorry, just to talk about the game real quick. Havertz is going down in the box way too easy. He's really trying to buy a pen. I know he got one in the last game, but come on, lad. Calm down. Calm it down. Ziyech, he's gonna. Oh my god! You know what? Right, Ziyech is so frustrating because he's so fucking sick, but he has to cut it on his left. So if you're any defender, like just know that, and then you're sorted. Because every time he's running down the wing, he goes to cut it in every single time. So all you have to do is make sure you watch for that. That's what the Malmo defenders are doing, and that's what anyone can do. Like if he started using his right, even if it's not as good, even if it doesn't put it exactly where he wants it again, it will put off players. A good ball in. On there. Hey, yes, Paul lad. Oh, just give us a set. Ruben's line and a shut up. Not that's exactly what he needed to do. Just wasn't the right execution. Yes, Paul. Good. I don't forget to say this, but champions of Europe, we know what we are, lad. Mate, it was good, wasn't it? It was a good night. Don't know if you watched the vlog. I did a vlog. I went down to the bridge that day, so I travelled. I live in Manchester now, so I travelled down from Manchester to Birmingham. Was it the night before? Yeah, the night before. Stayed at my mum and dad's house. Then got the mega bus down to London just to watch it in a pub in London, so I could be with Chelsea fans because fuck being in Manchester for that. And yeah, it was just fantastic night. Great memories. Great memories. Ones I'll treasure forever. And yeah, we went and celebrated at the bridge and had a great time. And oh, what a time! What a time! Hopefully, we're doing it again this year. And I think we can, man. I really think we can. Tuchel's quite a good. Tuchel's one of Tuchel's massive strengths is the rotation of the squad, isn't it? And the handling of cup competitions. And like knowing where to prioritize and just the little tweaks and the little bits of rotation, exactly what he needed. And tonight is case in point with Alonso coming in, with Ruben coming in, you know, resting Chalobah but playing Thiago Silva, which seems like a madness to say. Oh, Ziyech. Oh, okay. Ziyech nearly put me down there. He had tried to get a ball in to Havertz, just got blocked out, but then it's come back to him. brilliant run in the first place by him, by the way. And then he's like chipped it up and then volleyed it, and that would have been oof, that would have been fantastic. Eh? That would have been something special. He would have put all the haters, myself included, to sleep with that one. Daniel said that we need our striker back. You say that, mate. You say that, but we won 7-0 against Norwich. We won 3-0 against Newcastle, and we won 4-0 against Malmo, which is the game we got injured in. Of course, I want Lukaku back, but right now he's just a bonus. At first, I was worried that we were going to need to rely on Lukaku. I was like, oh fucking hell, he's come in. He's already only the person scoring, and he's fantastic, and I love him. And then he's got injured. He's had his problem, and then he had a bit of a dry spell just before. But our defenders, well, our midfielders, everyone scores. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Don't get me wrong. This isn't me on Lukaku. I want him to recover and get back into the squad ASAP, because think about what we can do with him in. But without him, we're not exactly struggling. I don't think. Maybe we're taking our time breaking down sides, but that's just the way it is when you play smaller sides. So yeah, I'm not too fussed about that at the moment, mate. Which is weird to say, because I don't think I would have said that at the start of the season. 22 minutes in, if anyone's watch it, 22:20 exactly. As I said that, if anyone's trying to watch along and also watch the game, Ziyech is putting it out wide. Asby's made a brilliant run. It's all coming down the right at the moment. It's all coming down that right hand side. Asby and Ziyech trying to run the show. Nothing really going to at the moment, which is surprising. But I think Asby's such a good wing back, and it's so weird because he's old now and he's getting, but he's got stamina. He's got so much stamina and heart and will that he's such a good wing back, even though that's such a young man's game. It's crazy. Fair play to him. Another corner getting whipped in. Ruben, oh, that's not a good header, son. Oh, Ruben could have done better there. That ball has been put on his head. He's managed to scuff that out. Wants a goal though, I think Ruben wants a goal. I want him to score. Let's see the replay of that. He's beat the man. He's beat the man. He's just not got around it. He's not got his head wrapped around it. I love Ruben so much. You know what? A couple of years ago, was it under Sarri, when I hated Sarri season. I really did. Chelsea Twitter love that man for some reason. Well, not everyone, but they love that man for some reason. I thought at that time in Chelsea's life was such a horribly toxic nightmare that I just weren't happy with. And that's the year I started the podcast, funny enough. So I started talking about the Sarri season. But for me, the one bit of light, well, the two bits of light were Hudson-Odoi and Loftus-Cheek, the academy boys coming through, and they are special in football. Academy players, talented academy players are special because they can come through and they can bring life, and they bring energy and they bring passion, and those things are so underrated in football sometimes. Like loving the club you're playing for, you will play better at 100%. If I played for Chelsea, I would be a better player than I am and ever. I'm not saying to be a good player by any means, but I would be better because I'd be giving every single ounce of what I care for in that game. And these academy boys are the same because they've grew up, they support the club, they've grown up in the club. And then so Loftus-Cheek was that shining light in that season. Of course, he's had a ropey time since then. Oh, Ziyech with a shot on target there. Yeah, and then of course he's had a rough time. So's Hudson-Odoi, but to see them both in this side right now playing together once again, and then of course with the other new lads like Mason, Reese, Chalobah, Christensen could be put in that category as well. It's such a good time, and that's what connects me to Chelsea the most when I see stuff like this. So I'm having a great time. Paul, what's your overall thoughts on our season? Unfortunately, I've been able to follow your vids. I've been super busy. No problem, mate. Don't have to. Excuse me. Sorry, you don't have to make any excuses, mate. You can't watch the vids. Can't watch the vids. I'm a busy man myself. That's a ropey bit of play there. My overall thoughts on the season, it's going really well, isn't it, mate? It's going really well. We are top of the league with 3 points clear. We are doing really well in the Champions League, gone through in the Carabao, still in all our competitions. Everything's going really well. I'm not too concerned about anything at the moment. I think we haven't been playing. I think start of the season we were playing really well, and then we started to play a little bit ropey, but still got results. You know what I mean? Like games against like Villa, for example, like they were all over us and should have won, but we still won. And there was games like I can't remember some like other different games that we've kind of managed. Oh God, Malmo on the attack there. We've managed to scrape our way, and that's exactly what needs to happen when you're a winning side. We've seen it over the years. We've seen Chelsea do it. We've had to win when not being the best. That's how you win leagues. Um, and I think our big target this year is the league, which is just great, isn't it? Because I don't under Sarri, I never thought we'd win the league. Under Frank, I never thought we'd win the league, and it was only in Conte when I was like, "Yeah, we're going to win the league." So right now, I feel like we're going to win the league, and I haven't felt that way in a while. So it's a very special feeling around the club, and with all the players that we have, it's such a likable bunch as well, isn't it? It's such a, you love the players, like all the characters there. You got like I've already mentioned on the stream, the academy boys that we all love. But then you've got players like Rudiger, who's just a don and like had this brilliant resurgence, and then Mendy, who's come out of nowhere and is just this god between the sticks. And you even now Kepa, everyone loves Kepa again, which is just wonderful, isn't it? There's such a positive feeling around Chelsea right now. I'm in cloud nine with it all, and I'm just enjoying it while it lasts. Because as we all know, as Chelsea fans, and as much as like, no one wants to say it, it comes crumbling down eventually. So I'm just going to enjoy it for now, ride it out. I think we can win the league. I think we can win something else as well. Why not? Obviously, in the league, we've got players like teams like Liverpool and City to worry about, but yeah, why not? I'm on cloud nine, Paul. I'm sure you are too as well, mate. Oh, what a wonderful pass from Loftus Cheek to Havertz. Don't go down, get a shut off. Oh, brilliant save by the keeper. He didn't go down at least, but got a wonderful shot off. Tried to dink the keeper, I think, but the keeper was onto it. Keeper's done really well there. Oh, thought that was it there. Brilliant pass and a wonderful run there from Havertz. Paul said, couldn't agree more. It's great being a Chelsea fan right now. Hopefully we can win the league. Also, what miniature games so I can sync up? Yeah, mate. So I will say I'm on 28-41 right now, and I'll stay when I hit 29 minutes because then you can try and link up. I hope that works. I want to get a timer, but I use Melon, which it won't let you use a timer. And if I try and use anything else, my computer crashes. But in the future, that would be something we look at. And 29 minutes, bang on. So that's where we're at. I do want to upgrade these streams, but the more we grow, the better we can make these streams. That's for sure. Um, but right now we can't get a timer, which is so frustrating. I remember in lockdown, I must have spent hours trying to figure out how to get a timer. Mike's put a clock on your desk. That could be a shout. I don't know how I'd do it, Mike. Because the thing is, I'd need it like here, wouldn't I? My microphone's there. I need it like there. Oh, there's me. I've seen people do that. I've seen people do like a tablet, which is really smart. If I used like if I could use what they called what they called I don't know what they called like Streamlabs or OBS or something, I'd be able to get a timer, but I just can't. I'm using this, and if I used an OBS, my god, my stream would crash. I'm only using Melon, and I'm sure this picture isn't as crisp as I would like it personally. So yeah, I'm just gonna have a quick look at that though, Mark, because it could be a good shout, at least for the future, anyway. How many corners you got, Mike? By the way, because we've had fucking loads. 30 minutes in now, though. Going on online stop. I'm back anyway. Fill me in how we're going. Yeah, so we've had a lot of corners, mate. It's still 0-0. I think the thing you got to worry about with the corners, because I think we've had at least like 6 or 7. Paul, thanks for that time. It would be great. You're not too far away from 1K subs, which is fantastic. Keep up, mate. Appreciate it, man. I really want to try and push to that 1K mark. That's, that would be the dream. I think having 1,000. Christensen with a shot. It's fumbled. Oh, no. Yeah, no, thanks, mate. I really do appreciate it, Paul. And you've been here for ages as well, mate. So I appreciate you sticking around. I really want to hit that 1,000 mark. I've been on YouTube for absolute years. I've done all sorts of gaming videos when I was a kid. I've done vlogs, travel shit, and I've really found my own with this football stuff, and I really enjoy it. So growing this channel means a lot to me. So I do hope for one day. And listen, it will get better as we go on. Trust me. I think you guys are over 4, and I'm in total under 13. Yeah, I don't know, mate. Oh, piss off. So I got a stopwatch, but I need it to start at 32, and then I'd have to keep try and put it there, which wouldn't work. Listen, I'll work on that in the future because it's a good idea, Mike. Full of good ideas, this guy, Michael. He's a one trick pony. So I'll try and figure that out next time. Because figuring it out on stream isn't the best, is it? Not drinking VKs this stream as well. I was finished off the VKs last time, and it felt so sad just streaming live on YouTube, watching a football game, drinking a VK. Wasn't really the vibe I was trying to put out there, but that was what was happening. Yeah, Paul, man. So Ruben's balling right now, loving his resurgence, mate. It makes me so happy. Like I said, he was that shining light in the Sarri season, and it was so unfortunate what happened to him. Remember his Europa League form? Remember how sick he was in that Europa League season? Like, he was running the show. He couldn't play the final because of what happened, that charity game in US. So for him to be flourishing now in this new position as well, because for me, Ruben's not an attacker. He's not. He's quite a traditional midfielder. He's great in the ball. He's got great passing. He's got just wonderful awareness, dribbling. Got all the qualities of midfielder, but he doesn't have that attacking kind of performance, like with the goals and the assists. So for me, this role suits him perfect, doesn't it? Like, he can be everything that he's good at without the pressure of, Alonso takes a shot, another save for the keeper. Keeper can't catch the ball, save his life. He keeps fumbling it. But yeah, no. So Ruben, yeah, there's no pressure for him to score, and I think he's thriving with that at the moment. Of course, he'd want to add goals to his game, but I think that's the only thing he needs is to add goals to his game. That's the only thing he needs to add. Goals and assists, of course. So if he did do that, he'd be the perfect midfielder for me, and I'd love to keep him. But I am happy to see him playing as well as he is. Listen, if anyone's watching, you want to get a question into to us, let me know. I'll answer any questions you got on Chelsea, on football, on life, anything. I'm here for you. Like an agony aunt, agony uncle. Is that a thing? Yeah, I'm here. But listen, I love the best part of streaming is speaking to people. Like yourself, Paul, like Michael in the chat, even though I get to see Michael in real life, but speaking to people, and Daniel as well. So you know what? Get in the chat, people. I'd love to speak to you. I'd love to hear what you got to say, what you think about this game so far. We're coming up to half time, and it's as expected. It's been hard to break down this Malmo side. It's been difficult. They've made it hard. We've had our chances. We've not put them away. The keeper's had a good game as well, it must be said. I think he's had a decent game, the keeper. He's made some decent saves. You know what? They've scared us a couple of times as well. We're in 35 minutes now. Can we nick a goal before half time? I hope so. Oh, that's a foul, isn't it, ref? We've had 14 attempts and 7 on target. The stats have just come up there: 14 attempts and 7 on target. How's no one not gone in? Also, I think that's on the play predictor on the app. I think that's what I put overalls. I've gone way off there. But then again, this harps back to what Daniel was saying earlier, doesn't it? About the striker. I think if Lukaku was playing, he might have put one of these chances away already. And then the game's different. Then we're playing with more confidence. Um, Mike literally on the same line as me there, mate. Literally was just about to try and go into this. Yeah, just check the stats on Google and how have we not capitalised? Like, and it's because we haven't got a clinical strike on the pitch. That's why, mate. We haven't got Lukaku. I was about to say we haven't got Werner, but he's not a clinical striker, is he? Love the guy. Love the guy. I'm not hating on him. But yeah, no, it's that's our problem. But it hasn't been our problem in recent games. We've found a way. Just get fucking Reece James on the pitch, eh? He'll score one. Or stick Ross Barkley up front or something like that. You see the photos pre-game of Ross Barkley getting like him and Tuchel some serious words. He's becoming our new number 9, and he something ludicrous. Oh god! What about the Ross Barkley resurgence, Paul? What we saying? The remontada of Ross Barkley. No one have expected that. I expected a Ruben. I know he's class. I know it. He's got what it takes to be a good player. Did not expect Ross Barkley to get any minutes. So he had a terrible time at Villa as well. So that one really did surprise me. Yeah, I've got a little thing here because I want to keep saying this. Get your questions in. Get your questions in. I thought, what's something I say all the time? So I get something on here. Get your questions in. I want to answer them. I want to speak to people. I love it. I really do enjoy it. I'm not gonna have that the whole time. That's a bit annoying, isn't it? It annoys me anyway. But I'm a bit weird and OCD. Oh god. Hope everyone's good out there. 38 minutes in. Still knocking on the door. I tell you what, Hudson-Odoi is on the ball right now, and I don't know if he's had enough. He's not had enough of the ball. Oh, a good ball in. Asby can. Oh God, just that last final pass, that last final shot is not coming through for us, is it? Asby there. If that was Reece James, maybe he would have rocketed. Who knows? The commentators actually have just said that. The commentators have just said if that was Reece James, he might have wallied it. Because he might have wallied that and he might have put it top bins because that's what he does now. Havertz with the header. It's come to fucking hell, go on. Hudson-Odoi dancing around players. Jorginho, now there's another Malmo brick wall to get through. It's a shame. That attack was just about to go somewhere and it just didn't, but we still got the ball. High energy. I saw a good play from Ziyech there to whip one in. What is that? Oh, no. Oh, BT just freaked the hell out. What's going on? Go on. Oh, great defending. Great defending from that number 32 there. The Viking looking guy. Alonso could have had a header there, but you know what? Really good defending from Malmo. BT just freaked out then. Is anyone watching the BT? Because someone was pressing buttons. Paul, the Barkley resurgence is not for me. He does this every bloody time a new manager comes. Yeah. I know. And yeah, and he just said, what's going on with BT, mate? They freaked out, didn't they? Yeah, Barkley. I don't know. Oh, it's still freaking out, man. They're showing two different shots at the moment. This is really weird. And now they're pulled out to a really high angle. Oh, they're having a terrible time. This is Champions League, people. Sorry. Barkley resurgent. Yeah, he does. Listen, mate, I don't hate Barkley. I don't like him particularly. I don't want him to really resurgence and get like right now we need him, and right now players like him matter. But I think what he needs for himself is to move, and he needs to move to a club like Villa, but he didn't have a great time at Villa. Maybe go back to Everton. I'm sure Rafa would love a player like Ross Barkley at the moment. He's just not a proper Chelsea player, is he? Don't get me wrong, he's got talent. It was always a weird signing. We signed him for the English quota, let's face it, back Was it under Conte? Was it that long ago? Or was it under Sarri? I think it was under Conte, wasn't it? But listen, he's a great meme, isn't he? I mean, the other week when he's just doing step overs outside the box, like, what are you doing, son? Like, what was that about? I think BT have sorted their shit out now. By the way, yeah, VAR coming up in the middle of the game, Paul, mate. I don't know what, it was really freaking out. Basically, it was like someone was just doing this and switching between the camera angles and messing up. But listen, I don't envy that person. I've done live streams for like the Stretford Paddock. If you know them, I've been like on the ones and twos for them, and there's so much pressure. Like you know, because I'm sat behind the thing, the lads are watching the game, and like you're kind of in charge of playing the game to them, focusing on the stream, changing the cameras or whatever, putting the score in. There's so much pressure. I remember the game crashed on him, and I was terrified. I was like, "What do I do?" And I had to fix it. And they fair play to them, they're well good. They're obviously really good at what they do because they just kept talking and like the game didn't crash on them. And I was just panicking trying to fix the stream. So I don't envy whoever's working at BT right now for fucking out because it's a horrible feeling. It's a scary one. Ooh, Chelsea trying to play a little bit of techie football there. Havertz and Ziyech, very, very, very shiny, fun players, aren't they? And it's nice to see them linking up like that. Although it's not come to anything, I think the thing that's best with Havertz is his skill and his ability. Like that's why I was excited about him in the first place. It wasn't for him to bag 20, 30 goals a season. I never thought he'd do that. I was excited for the flair that he'd bring. You know what I mean? Like we've not had players like that in a while. I think Hazard was maybe the last player that had that little bit of flair. Obviously, you can't have a team full of that, but that's why I was excited about Havertz. So I want to see more of that from him. But it's confidence, isn't it? And the geezer doesn't know how to retain confidence. Because if I scored in the Champions League final, I'm Johnny Big Bollocks. I'm the best player in the world. You know what I mean? Like, how did he not take that and run with it? I mean, I know there was time between it, but you go into the season thinking, I won this club, the Champions League, and he did, and we sing about it. You know what I mean? We love him for it, and he's gone down in Chelsea history for that. So take it and run with it. You know what I mean? So Paul said, "What's your thoughts on our front three? What do you think is our best, and why isn't it quite clicking this season?" That's a good question, that Paul. It was a really good question because we haven't had a set front three. Havertz put a header in there that's gone out for a corner. I like that he scored that. I like that he put that one away just to be like, yeah, you always got to score even though it's offside or something. Anyway, back to your question, Paul. We've not had a set one, have we? Yeah, we haven't had a set front three at the moment. I think our best on paper is Lukaku, Mount, and Havertz. I think that's our best on paper, if everyone's fit, of course. But Havertz is the weakest link there because of his confidence. I don't like not his ability because his abilities are clearly fantastic. It's more he's not consistent. That's the word I'm looking for. He's never consistent. So for me, it's between Havertz and Werner because I do like Werner and what he offers and also the way he can play with Lukaku. So for me, it's either it has to be Mount, it has to be Lukaku for me. 100% when both players are fit, it's them two. And then the third choice in that's where it depends. That's where you mix it up. And that's where I can't really quite put my foot down on one. I think it's Havertz, but Werner comes in to play as well. Havertz comes in, play as well. Pulisic could come in quite easily, play well if he wasn't made of paper mache. But oh my God, what a shot from Malmo. Jesus, that was fantastic. That if that goes in, that's a wonder goal, and you just have to say, well done. Brilliant ball over the top, just well weighted and just completely. Oh, he's just caught it just wrong, and it's just left to the post. Unfortunate there by the Malmo striker or winger, whoever he is. I don't know who he is. But the thing I would say about that, Paul, is, and Tuchel shows this, we don't need a set front three. I think teams like Liverpool, they benefit when their front three are all playing together consistently and clicking. That's when they thrive, and that's when they great tackle, Rudiger. That's when they benefit. We might be good. Like we've got Werner, Havertz, Mount, Lukaku, Pulisic, Ziyech, Hudson-Odoi, who I like seeing up front. We don't need to have a set front three. We can play with Havertz for 3 or 4 games, then bring back Lukaku when he's fit and play him for 4 or 5 games, and then rest him and bring Werner into it and play a different way, and then maybe have a false nine, maybe have a actual striker, and just switch it up and keep the teams guessing. As long as you're doing it smartly, which I believe Tuchel can do because he is a very intelligent football coach, I think we're fine. And it's working this far, isn't it? Because I mean, it's just ended now, half time 0-0, which is a little bit annoying. But that's the way I see us going this season. It's the way it's gone so far, and I'm happy to continue that way as long as it keeps working, of course. Daniel Knight, Alonso's been poor. I'm going to put. Let me just put the questions up because it's half time. It's why you need one on the 1 and 2s. That's the team, Jay. No. What am I doing? Get your questions in, everyone. Get your questions. Alonso's poor. To be honest, yeah, I've not seen much of him, and that says everything, doesn't it? That says everything about what you need to know about his performances. He hasn't been involved as much as he can have been. There's been times where he's probably thought Alonso's going to score here, and we know Alonso's got a shot on him, but he hasn't been all that good. And to be honest, it's surprising because with Chilwell playing so well, you'd think Alonso would come in and be more dominant, wouldn't you? You'd think he'd come in and be like, I want my place back, but he hasn't really put that performance up, I don't think. Nothing to sub off at, obviously. There's nothing drastically needed to change with his performance. But no, I agree with you, Daniel. He hasn't been at his best. But has any player been 100% yet? I think our defence has been a little bit ropey, allowed Malmo a couple chances. I've not seen Jorginho at all, really. He's had a couple good passes. That's about it. Ruben's had a good couple chances. Probably had the best chance of the night with his shot, with his header. And then the front three, Ziyech has probably been our best out of the front three. Hudson-Odoi hasn't been in the game as much as I hoped he would. So yeah, no one's been particularly great. Why are we not starting Chilwell? Daniel says, we need to rest Chilwell, mate. We can't run these players to the ground. And if there's if there's the chance to rest them and if there's the chance to rotate, then I think we should. So I wasn't too unhappy with that because for me, he'll play on the weekend. Chilwell, he'll play against Burnley, which is a more important game because it's the league and every game kind of matters a little bit more. So I don't really have a problem with that. Maybe he's one of those players that can come on and make a difference, especially with his goal scoring form. Same goes for Reece James, but then Asby has a terrible game, so it'd be unfair. But I'm not too happy with that fact that he's not started, but maybe a good sub to come on. Michael, I got this game for 2 or more goals, bro. Where are they? Expected a few more, Matt, and I just rattled them a little bit. Now, listen, mate, don't worry. Chelsea against Newcastle, we didn't score till the second half, and then we scored 3. So don't worry, it's still to come. I think it's still to come. I think once we get the 1, we get the 3. That's the way we do. That's the way we've been doing things at the moment. I think we need the 1 for confidence, and out of nowhere we start passing it around like with prime Barcelona. Do you know what I mean? So don't worry too much. Start worrying in the 70th minute and we haven't scored, or the 80th minute. But until then, I think we'll score. We'll come into the second half and we'll score, and then we'll go from there. I don't have any bets on. I've actually gone. So I ran out of bloody money, didn't I? So I wrapped it up to a good amount in the account, and then I just put on some terrible bets. I betted on Barcelona the other night, and they drew. And I've just kind of lost it. Also, I need to get it back. You relax me, no worries, mate. No worries. Is it this soothing tone as well? I've been told I have a soothing tone, Mike, as well. Which is mad because I'm pro me. most of the things you hear about Brummies is negative, but I've been told it's a nice, lovely, calming accent as well. Paul, I see your question there, mate. I'm going to get to it in just 1 second. I just wanted to tell a story real quick, and it's to Michael, kind of, because he's one of my mates. And it's mad, but whoever's listening as well, you, Paul, and Daniel, I want it. This was really surreal for me, and I've not had the chance to tell people. I've texted people, but I got recognised the other day, and it was really bizarre. It was really, really bizarre. So I've been walking out of Manchester Piccadilly station. Nothing common about the Brummy exit. Cheers, White. I've been coming out of Piccadilly station. I've got my headphones in, blasting music as you do. And I get a tap on the shoulder, and I turn around, I take my headphone out, and I'm looking at this guy. And he goes, you the retro football shirts guy? And I'm like, yeah. And if you don't know, I have another channel where I talk about retro shirts. That's my job. It's weird to say, is that? That's my job. But anyway, and I was like, yeah. And he said, oh, can I have a picture of you? And he took a photo with me, and he said he really liked the channel and all sorts. And it was really, that's like the first time it's ever happened to me. And it was really surreal, and it was really nice of him to do that. And I really appreciated it. And he was a really nice guy. And I doubt he's watching now because he watched the retro account, but big up you, big man, because that was wonderful. Loved that. Paul says, what's your thoughts on Conte going to Spurs? And listen, mate, I spoke about this in detail at the start. Bet you felt so vain. Mate, my head's not too big yet. It's the first person, but it increased a little bit. If you blow an air into a balloon just a tiny bit, my head's going a little bit bigger. So the more it happens, I'll just be a superstar. I'll wear sunglasses and indoors and act like Liam Gallagher when more people do it. But no, yeah, it felt cool. What are your thoughts on Conte to Spurs? I spoke about this a lot in the first part of the stream. I spoke about it a lot, but I'll run through it again just because it's half time now. And it's the big topic right now, isn't it? It's the big news. It involves Chelsea a little bit, and my overall point is that I don't feel betrayed at all. I don't feel annoyed with that fact, because managers go to different sides. Like more recently, you've got Mourinho, you've got, of course, Glenn Hoddle. In the past, you've got Jimmy Greaves, who's one of Chelsea's biggest legends, but also one of Tottenham's biggest legends. Like, it doesn't really happen but Josh has just entered the chat. Looks like I'm missing a thriller. Yeah, it's really good, mate. Really good. But back to Conte. What worries me the most, and Josh would be really happy to hear this because he's in the chat now. What worries the most is I think he's a winner. He's one of the best managers in the world. He will win that club a trophy, and that's not. We don't want that. We don't want that. No one wants Tottenham to win a trophy. It's been 5,000 days since they won a trophy, and that's a great milestone. And that's the day Antonio Conte comes, which is weirdly poetic in a way, which is like, because he's a winner, man. He took Juve from 7th to 1st, and then 1st, and then 1st. He took an Italy team depleted to the quarterfinals or the semi-finals. I can't quite remember. He took a 10th place Chelsea to winning the title and winning the FA Cup. He took Inter Milan, who was like 4th or 5th, to winning the title, who ended Juve's dominance, which he started himself. He is different gravy, and that man is now at Spurs, and we should all be worried because Tottenham will probably win something now, and nobody wants that. Nobody wants it. It's upsetting, but it's true. But I still love the man. I don't think that won't make me not love him. What will make me not love him a little bit is when they fucking inevitably beat us and he goes running down the touchline, which he does. And that's what I loved about him a lot when he was at Chelsea, how much passion he has. But that's a great question, Josh. Who's worse? Looks like I asked the question because you're on the back post account, mate. But Josh asked this. Who's worse, this Spurs or Chelsea's 10th? Well, we're only 10 games in, so it's kind of hard to tell. But it's Paul said, "Big up, Josh." It's a good question. I don't quite know because we were fucking awful, man. 10th was just so tragic. It looked like it could have been worse at one point. I remember I think we went down. Was the lowest we went down to 15th at one point, 14th. It was just terrible. It was a terrible, turgid time for Chelsea, and it was so. You know what it was? It was so negative at that time. It was really negative and really toxic, and that's what Mourinho does to you, isn't it? As you know, Spurs fans, as they know. But You guys, Tottenham look very uninspiring right now. They look like a club that was the shell of themselves. They look like they can't do anything right, and their best player can't do anything. And it's difficult. I'd say Chelsea's 10th place because it's only 10 games in. But if you kept on with Nuno for the rest of the season, it could have quite been a similar story, mate. But yeah. Any more questions? Get them in. I'd appreciate them because it helps me talk for longer and I don't have to come up with ideas myself. And that's the honest answer. I'm drinking this like it's a cup of tea, but it's beer. How are you doing anyway, Josh? You feeling okay? I bet you're excited as fuck. You can jump on if you want, mate. You can jump on if you want. Yeah, I know you're a busy boy, but if you fancy jumping in for 5, you can do that. I said, get your questions in. Right, get your questions in. What you drinking from Michael, who's one of my best mates, and my girlfriend. What you want for dinner? Love that. We're having fish and chips, aren't we? Out? And that was a beer American, Mike. You can do, Josh. All right, listen, I'll drop you an invite. You don't have to, but if you're on a dog walk, I was just. Would you get the barbers? I love that question because you know what, right? He done me dirty the other day. Let me just send this link to Josh and I'll get that question. I'll answer that question because he did me dirty the other day and it annoyed me. And I know it doesn't look that bad, but it annoyed me. My computer does not like doing things when I'm streaming. I'm just trying to send a message. I don't think. Yeah. Okay. So I've just read your message, Josh, but I've sent you the link. Paul asking the real questions. Exactly. So I like to get. This is me right now. I like to get. I trim my beard at a 3 in it, so I like to start at a 3 and fade it upwards. So then it has that nice gradient in it. No worries, Mike. Enjoy your food. And then it goes upwards quite nicely in it then. And then I like to leave the top. I like to leave the length on the top because I like this fringe. It covers my massive forehead. And if we get above like 15 viewers, I'll show my forehead. So send this to every one of you mates for incentive. Because I have a fat forehead. So I like to keep my fringe there. But the other day, he didn't fade it at all. And he left way too much on the top. Like, what's all this here? Like, it's just annoying. Oh, Josh has come in for the important talk. Yo.
I feel like I should be landscape. I feel like I should be landscape.
Yeah.
You can't hear me?
Yo, you're right.
No, can you hear me now? Was that a you issue
yeah,
or a
yeah.
me issue?
No, that was a me.
What time?
Yeah, what did you get at the barbers, Josh?
I get a roughly 2 fingers on the top and a 3 at the sides, I believe.
What do you mean 2 feet? Like the length?
I get that's the barber. Get your fingers out, mate.
Wrap
Pop
them
around
around.
my head. Cut them there. No, I think it's something like that. I think it's a 3 on the sides. Although sometimes I can't be asked. I'm like, just do it. I say, make it this but short. I think it's a very
to be fair,
man at the barber's response.
I have said that a couple of times, but they cut my fringe too much. But to be fair, I have seen you come out of the barbers looking particularly bald sometimes. How you doing anyway, mate?
Which is good because I don't have a bald spot at the back of my head, which I tried to cover. Operation Guys, if you've ever seen it. But
yeah, I have.
Oh no, it's broken. I'm going to walk back over here because that's.
Are you losing it there?
No, I'm back now.
Leicester till I die is saying big up the panel. Hey up, mate. Nice to see you in the chat.
Yeah, as you can see, I am doing the watch-along. I am.
Well, you're watching it outside.
Chelsea, aren't I?
You're watching it outside.
Go on. I am. There's actually a really big. I can't show you for legal reasons, but I'm at a fan park.
Yeah.
In Malmo, and the light that you can see is actually the game.
Yeah. No, you're actually
projecting onto me now.
You're outside outside the ground, aren't you? You just stepped out to have a chat.
I'm in the ground. I'm in the ground. Look, I'll show you really quickly. That's the ground. There you go.
Mate, wonderful. What the scene?
Isn't it?
Let's see Ollie, man.
Okay, one sec. He's on a lead at the moment because he keeps chasing other dogs. In a friendly way. Come here, you little rat.
See, this is what people want to see. This is the thing. Oh, I love his little light. Hope said it seems legit. Oh, there he is. Yes. Oh, he's getting big already. You know.
He's a big dog now.
He's
Where is he?
getting
There he
big
is.
already.
No, a
Oh,
big
bless
dog.
him. Like,
Not a fan of
oh,
this, though, is
okay.
he? Good boy.
He's still a menace, yeah.
So I was actually about to go into the woods, but that now seems like a bad idea.
I mean, you don't have to stick around. You can go into the woods if you want.
No, I won't stick around for the second half. I'm not sticking around for long. I just thought I'd come in and say hi.
No, yeah.
Talk about this. What's happening in this thriller, Jay? You know, why aren't you watching the Salzburg game at this rate?
Is it what's happening there? I don't know.
I think it was 1-1 last time I checked.
Yeah, no. Listen, this was always going to happen, mate. They're going to make it hard for us to score, and then we'll score in like the 70th minute, and then score another 2.
Oh, jinxing yourself.
I've said it a couple of times on the stream already. So, but you know what, Josh? I've been asked this a couple of times already, so I'm going to ask you, and I know how you feel. Are you
So I'm going Blair Witch for a second.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, I just disappear.
Oh, good. No, you just do it like that. It'll be like that. It'll be like that one lad we saw on the stream before.
Yeah, I can't see. But ask me this question.
Hope just said, loved the 343 video on TikTok. Very insightful. Thank you, Hope. And if anyone doesn't know we have a TikTok, check out the TikTok.
I love TikTok.
Yeah, I love TikTok. TikTok's great. Conte, man, are you gassed? Because I would be extremely happy if I was you. Oh no!
Shit. You asked me a question. And I didn't hear it.
This is a scene out of a horror movie, Josh. Quickly, how do you feel about Conte?
What's the question, sorry?
How do you feel about Conte?
Conte is, me and Ross discussed this, and I think a lot of fans are in denial in the league. They're so desperate for this image of Tottenham to continue, and Arsenal can cling on to the fact they can win the occasional FA Cup, and they think, oh well, even Conte's not good enough. And the simple fact of the matter is, he is. The players that we have are good, and the only reason he would have ever come to Tottenham is with promises of his own players too. And
that's the thing.
Like Frank Kessie, players like De Vrij. It's exciting times, and if we don't manage to win anything under Conte, then I'll never expect anything from Tottenham again. So it's a win-win for me.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like I think he had the opportunity in the summer, but probably wasn't promised everything. And Tottenham have probably been like, "Oh shit, we need to promise everything." Gone back to him and gone, "Okay, whatever you want, take it."
Yeah, well, Jimmy Conrad put up a really good tweet that just said, "Remind me to never play poker with Conte because he's didn't quite get what he wanted." So he sat back and knew that he knew he's a smart guy and he knows football. So he knows that United or Spurs will come calling.
Yeah.
He knows that. And the fact is, now that Spurs have again come calling, and particularly, I don't know, I'm sure you know this, Jay, but it is particularly exciting to see our sporting director, Paratici, with him again. Because that was the duo that started it all at Juventus.
Yeah.
So they have a really good relationship, and to have that call again, but this time, that's why that he's going to get his own way, which we need to give Conte his own way. We need to be a club that goes, nah, do it for us.
That's what Inter did. Inter were like, just who do you want? Young. Okay, we'll get you young. Like,
and he went, who do you want? And he went, young. Really? Okay.
Yeah, sure. We'll get you in.
We'll get you young. Anyone else? No? Okay. No, I know they got other people. But no, the other thing I want to say as well, which is a really big deal, is for both the Nuno sacking and the Conte announcement, you will notice that there's no statement from Daniel Levy. And that may just seem like a little thing, but that's actually massive. Because if he actually has agreed to take a back seat over the football side of things, that's exciting.
That's exactly what's happened. Let your director take it.
Yeah, and it's like if Ed Woodward said, all right, I'm going to give up on the football thing, United fans would be loving life.
Yeah, there'd be a party outside Old Trafford.
And, I think I'm particularly looking forward to, all all the United reaction here because, you know, there's a lot of United fans that go, nah, Conte's not our style. But if your style's Ollie, what's the point?
Yeah, there's a lad at work that said, oh, I don't want Conte because it's not our style, and I just laughed. I was like, lad, you don't know what you're on about. That guy will do wonders with your club, and you will win.
Don't get me wrong, I know Tottenham haven't won a trophy in a while, and you were having a poke about that. That's fine. I don't care. But if you're Manchester United, your style cannot be a decade without a Premier League.
Yeah, that's not exactly the Manchester way, is it?
No.
Josh,
Could
I'm gonna use you right now to go to the toilet. So you take a minute.
Oh no! Well, wait! Give me 2 seconds because I can put the torch down and
Yeah,
be back
okay.
into the lampposts.
Okay.
The lampposts are just over there.
Oh, we can see the lamppost. No, yeah, because I just really need the loo, and I've been holding it in,
That's
and I was
fine.
going to
That's
go
absolutely
off.
fine. I can't. Oh no, I can see chats. Has anyone said anything?
No one said
No.
anything.
God's sake, people! If you're here watching at this
You scared them
half-time
all away.
show, if you're here on a live stream of my dog walk, ask me about my dog walk now.
Oh.
I'm not fucking about.
Listen, just chat about Conte for another minute.
If
And
anyone comes in at this moment, live stream Malmo is just a man on a dog walk.
They don't know what they're expecting. We keep them on their toes, Josh.
Okay. Yeah, no. I will talk about Conte, but if anyone wants to interrupt me, please do. It's just the one negative is that it's not a Tottenham thing, is it, Conte? And it's a bit of a, I'm a bit of a football. I like to think of myself as a bit of a football hipster, and I like the Pochettinos of the world, and I like the Graham Potters of the world, and that excites me. And when Conte was at Chelsea, I couldn't stand the guy because I just thought, oh God, this guy's too much. But now that he's here, God, this is dark. Sorry. Now that he's here, I think if I do say so myself, my tweet said it best. It isn't an arsehole thing to say at all. He's just such an exciting roll of the dice. Dog walks. These things happen. He's just such an exciting roll of the dice because we need it. We need to give control to someone, and we need to give the chance to someone else. No one's asked me a question, Jay. They're all knobheads. I hate them all.
Well, listen, you've drove everyone away because there's literally no one watching anymore.
Oh.
So you've got to leave, Josh.
I will leave. The one thing I was going to say before I left was... shit, I've forgotten.
Good.
Paratici, Conte...
Mate, you're winning the Conference League and maybe the League Cup this year, and you're going to win the league next
ready
year.
for Mourinho versus Conte in the Conference League final?
Oh, mate, I wouldn't want you to win. I'd want Roma to win. I'd want Tammy Abraham to score. But if that does happen, you're winning, and then you'll win the league next year.
They're dropping off the cliff, mate. Roma's droppers.
Oh, what a little pass! Go on. Oh, sorry.
Oh, what was I going to say? That's so sad.
Did you have like one final point ready?
I had a point to make. I was talking about Paratici and Daniel Levy not making the footballing decisions, and then I was talking about when you were gone. I was talking about the fact that Conte is not really what me as like a football purist wants, like really. But now that he's here, he absolutely book it.
Yeah.
But I've forgotten. Then I've forgotten.
Well,
tell you what, though, Frank Kessie for free next year.
Yeah. Mate,
he's out of contract.
Your squad will look very nice in next year for sure. Treat this like a big pre-season this season. That's what Conte will do.
You watched Rory's video, didn't you? You watched Rory Jennings' video.
No, I didn't. Did he say it? Me and Rory, same wavelength, which I don't know if it's a good or bad thing.
Hey.
I like Rory. Listen,
Sorry,
Josh, thanks for coming by, mate.
Yeah. Sorry for driving away, everyone.
No,
including Michael the snake.
Michael hates you. After meeting you for the first time.
I'll message him after.
Whoa! Sorry, Ruben nearly had a brilliant goal.
Right.
Bye, mate. Thanks for coming. That was fun, wasn't it? Wasn't that fun? I think everyone left. I think the audio quality was really rubbish because he was on the dog walk. To be fair, so that's not what you really want, is it? So I'm just going to switch the thing. Oh, the game started again. Not spoke about that. Malmo have had a chance, but then again, we've been on the front foot. Loftus-Cheek doing a lovely little turn and just getting his shot off. And the keeper don't like using his hands. He just kind of blocks things like he's used his shoulder to block that one. And another corner. Was it another corner that for Michael Zaka? His bet builder. Oh my god, I thought that was in. Near post, I thought that was in. Great defending again. Yeah, audio wasn't great. Always great to see Josh. But yeah. Cheers, Paul. Yeah, no, his audio. He was in the park, so it was kind of one of them, and it like not much we could do. He was walking his dog, which is kind of funny that he dropped by. Very Josh thing to do, but yeah, no, we're gonna do more of these streams because they're a lot of fun. Oh, are they calling for an handball there? Oh no, they've played on. They're great fun, these streams. It's been great chatting with people that have dropped by as well. So yeah, me and Josh will do some more together. He don't live far away anymore, so we're gonna try and do some more together. Which will be fun. But yeah, 55 minutes in now, still no goals. Michael's quaking in his boots. We've had our chances, like we've said. We've had our chances. If I'm just gonna let me pull up the bench, see if there's any kind of who can come on the bench and make an impact for us. I think we've already mentioned Chilwell could potentially come on and make an impact, a positive impact. Hudson-Odoi has been playing lovely. Him and Havertz has just linked up really well on that left. He's whipped the ball in. It's on a play for Ziyech. Come on, boys, get in! Oh, what a goal! It's time. It's time. Get that one off as well. Why not? No, get away! Come on. That is a special goal just from Chelsea there. Josh just missed a goal, you know. And he was chatting shit. Let me just update the thing. Get it back up. Get the chat up. How we all feeling? Come on, Paul. Get in, lad. We've done it. The disco lights are back. You know I had to bring it back to Manchester, mate. Come on, what a goal. Hudson-Odoi and Havertz linking up with a beautiful little bit of magic. He's put it on a plate for Ziyech. It's just literally touch it and it goes in. And he's done it. Josh. Oh, he's still here. Big up, Josh. Good. Yeah, man. That was a magical little bit of player football. I love that. Love that a lot. Ziyech getting the goal. Happy for him. I mean, it was all made by Hudson-Odoi, and he clearly knew that. He pointed straight at him. But the front three working together in tandem very, very nicely. What a ball that was from Hudson-Odoi. What a ball. Was good not being here. Yes, Josh. Go on, lad. Oh, wonderful. Now, I was talking about subs impacting the game. Let me turn the lights off and on again. Look at the difference this makes. Let's go. The lights. Let's go. Michael's here for it, man. Mike's a bit of a Chelsea fan, you know. He don't really like football, Mike, but he likes betting. So he's a Chelsea fan now. Josh remembers his point. What's your point, Josh? Do you want to come back and make your point and leave, or what? Your audio was terrible and it drove people away. It's not your fault. You're out on a dog walk, but yeah, I'll read your point out if you want me to. Paul, beautiful link out. Cho been on fire the past few games. He has been, mate. He's been hiding a little bit in this game. He's been a little bit hiding. Everything was going down Ziyech's side on the right hand side, but he came over to the right and made things happen like pretty quickly. Pretty quickly. How's the bet looking, Mike? Let us know. Paul's asked what bet you've got on as well. I think he sent it me if you want me to say it out, Mike. I've received direct messages on TikTok. That's always fun. I'll read out his bet for you. So Josh was saying, I was saying after our fucking English summer, it would be nice for an Italian to give us something good and further upset you. You little bastard. That's fun, isn't it? More Italian misery for us, yeah? For Chelsea fans and England fans, yeah. Listen, he's gonna win something, man. I just know I'm coming to terms with it now, so it doesn't hurt when it happens because he's definitely gonna win something with Tottenham. Get excited, Josh. Get excited. So Michael's bet, he does very safe bets, right? He wants to make money, but little bits of money that adds up. So he's gone for Kai Havertz to have one or more shots on target. I don't know if that's happened, hasn't it? Under 12.5 corners, over 2.5 corners, under 4.5 cards, Chelsea to win, under 5.5 goals, under 5.5 corners, over 3.5 away corners, home corners with the under 5.5, and under 2.5 cards. That was a bit of a mouthful. Michael said it's easy to read, even though I kind of butchered that. But he's got a lot of things on, basically. He's got a lot of things on, but they're all simple, kind of easy things. How is it going, Mike? Is what's coming in and what's not? I want to know. Also, I see that you got 4 other bets on as well on that screenshot. I see that. He's got his eggs in a couple different baskets. Oh my God, March. I left my house and car keys in the front door that entire walk, right? That's the most Kendall thing I've ever heard. Because if I did that back at home, in Birmingham, the house and the car's gone. I don't know how the house is gone. It's gone. The house is gone. The car's definitely gone. Yeah, and like I bet if your neighbour saw that, he probably would have posted it or like waited or give it to you or something. Birmingham, that would have been straight up tuck. Elliot said, "Remember when the fun stopped? Stop." You listening to that, Mike? That's to you, not me. That's to you. It's kind of to me. The fun stopped because I lost all the money that was in my Paddy Power account. But I'm going to do beat the drop to get it back. Don't worry. This isn't, by the way, in no means an endorsement to bet, or because I shouldn't. And it's not advice in how to bet because I'm not good at it. I just enjoy spending money that I don't have. I use Paddy Power's money. I rarely put my own money in. I'm gonna stop digging a grave. I'm gonna shut up. Josh said his neighbor would have taken it and gift wrapped it and handed it back with a card. Of course, yeah, no, he would because that's Kendall, man, and that's not a bad thing. I'm saying that with a negative kind of connotation, but that's with a freshly made ginger cake. Like that's just Kendall. It's a nice place, a nice part of the world. It's a shame you got weird people. Oh, what an exciting time, mate. What an exciting time. Chelsea 1-0 up. Champions League. You know what's kind of nice about this early game? It's a bit of a faff because I've had to get home rapid. I had to make sure the stream was set up, and I've saw Hope for about 5 minutes before running in here and doing the stream. But afterwards, I just get to sit there and enjoy the 8 o'clocks. Hopefully, watch United capitulate and just chill out, which is kind of nice. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, Michael said he's currently on track for a win. It seems good stuff. The fun never stops. The fun never stops. That's brilliant. That is with the betting. When the fun stops, stop. The fun never stops. He says it while there's a singular tear coming down, and then there's the angel popping in. What do you mean, Mike? Paul, listen. I ain't do nothing. I ain't getting you to do nothing. I ain't getting you to put any of your money on anything. Yeah, listen. I don't want to. That ain't on me. That's your decision. I love it. I do love good acca though. It's where I lose all the money though because it's so hard to predict everything. I always forget to put a draw in and then fucking ends up drawing. Don't bet on anything fucking Barcelona at the moment because that's where my yeah, there we go. Josh, if Paul wins his acca, Michael will match it pound for pound, and that is a back post promise, isn't it, Mike? So you put the most ludicrous acca on ever, and Michael will match it pound for pound. Yeah, and it's a back post promise. And Meanwhile, Angel's saying hashtag don't bet. We don't listen to Angel. God, what's going on? What is going on? Imagine like, excuse me, Michael put excuse me. Imagine we like this platform of ours takes off a little bit. Malmo just took an audacious shot. But imagine it takes off a little bit, and we got like some sort of advertisement, right? Maybe probably a betting ad, because that's what all football streams do, like the kickoff. And we're out here talking about this shit and the way we're talking about it. It'd be hilarious. It just really would. Don't change. That's why I like it. That's what I like about the kickoff. Like, to be fair, they talk about trading, but then meanwhile you've just got like Adam McCullough saying "fuck you, you little bastard," that sort of thing in the background. I put on a different accent to imitate Adam McCullough, even though he's from the West Midlands, so I could have just spoke in my normal accent. £100 for Malmo to win the league. They'll probably win their league. They won't win the Champions League, but they'll probably win their league, surely. How are they doing in their league, eh? What league do Malmo play in, Mike? Tell me that without Googling it. Yeah, I mean, oh shit, that'd be a brilliant bet, Mike. Look, they're top of their league by some points. Odds won't be great, but yeah, probably giving away the league there as well. What's Twitter saying? I've not looked at Twitter this whole time. I like to check in on Twitter, see what the fans are saying. I love that. I as a Chelsea fan, Playground Footy League. Yeah, that's where they play. As a Chelsea fan was trending earlier, like the words "as a Chelsea fan." You know what, Mike? You know what, if the back post takes off and we can get more viewers and all that, and what we'll do is we'll have a segment where we're going to go to Michael now, and he's going to give us the odds for fucking whatever. Oh, I'll place a 40 quid Acco J Down's 2 beers, mate. I only had 1 beer left in the fridge. I would as well. I wouldn't actually, no, because that's terrible. I don't want you to waste 40 quid. That would be, and that would be on me. But I actually don't have any more beer, so I'm sorry, Paul, to let you down like that. I only had the 1 beer because it's gone, and I would have had another one by now, but I'm not. So that Chelsea pod of Jay, you let down, mate. I got no beer. You want to come bring me some beers? I'll pay for some beers. I got no beers in the flat, man. I ain't popping out midstream. That Chelsea pod, friend of the channel, tweeted, "That's what happens when you give Callum a run of fruit." Should we talk about the football? That's what happens when you give Callum a run of games, and that couldn't be more right. Like that pass, that little bit of play with Havertz, the ball that he put in for Ziyech, it was all created by Hudson-Odoi, and that's because he's got the confidence of a couple games behind him playing at left wing. It's just what he can do. Now, you asked me earlier, Paul. You asked me what's our front three, and I said Lukaku, Mount, and one other player. What if that other player's Hudson-Odoi? If we just keep giving him the opportunities, and if he keeps proving himself, Havertz, what's he gonna do? Get a corner, another corner, Mike. Another corner. But yeah, what if it's Hudson-Odoi? What if he's our third guy? It's an exciting prospect. Paul said, "Go to the shops right now." Paul, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be peer pressured into drinking. You don't want to be wasting 40 quid anyway. How long are the games left? There's 23 minutes left. Oh, Thiago Silva with a beautiful little flick for a shot. That would have been amazing. The ball's up in the air, bouncing around, and they've managed to get it away. Oh, exciting little bit of play. I reckon it's time to put our foot down a bit now. I'm sure Mike will want this to happen as well. Mike's going to want us to put our foot down and get another goal. I think that's exactly down a pint of water. So not always because I will win. I love that confidence. Who would you put it on? What would your ACCA be? Let's say that, right? I'm not going to put any money on. I'm not going to encourage anyone to put any money on. But if you're looking at the games tonight, what would your ACCA be? That's a fun game, isn't it? I'm going to look now. Give me app up. Hydation. Yes, Mike. Yeah. Hashtag hydation. Right, I'm looking at the football. Wolfsburg Red Bull is currently 2-1 to Wolfsburg. So you've got Atalanta United. We'll run through it game by game. You've got Atalanta United. And that's a difficult one because Atalanta tore them apart in that first half, and it should have been more than two. Should have been more than two. I reckon it could have been 3 or 4 easily in the first half of that Atalanta game, but they got the two and allowed United to get back into the game. United, of course, won on the weekend, got their confidence back up a little bit. Ali is still at the wheel, which means anything can happen. That game is completely open. Because it's at Atalanta, I'd edge Atalanta, and so I'd go for them. Paul just said Defo over 2.5 goals in the Bayern Munich game. Yes, they're playing Benfica. What did they win last time? Was it something silly like 5-0 or something, maybe? Of course, you go Munich there. Then you got Kiev, Barcelona, which is incredible because Barcelona are in a terrible time. Paul says Ronaldo to score as well. Sorry, I know I'm a bit ahead, aren't I? So when I'm saying stuff, you hear it, then you reply, and then I'm on to the next thing. So I'm sorry. But Barcelona are in a terrible time right now. So I don't like betting for them at the moment because they've already lost money. Then in Kiev aren't the best, but they could prove to be a little shock or something. That game again is another horrible one. You should say Barcelona. I think they need to turn it around. I think it's a must-win game actually if they want to get out of the group stages. So they should be throwing everything at that. Then in the other side of our group, Juve, Zenit. You can't not see Juve winning that one. Pretty simple, 1 or 2-0. Although Juve aren't having the best time themselves, to be fair. Yeah, Barca could go out with a loss, Josh says. Yeah, they could. They need it, don't they? God damn it. Sorry. Just too knowledgeable. I listened to the bloody the Total Football Show. That's not what it's called. The Totally Football Show, European edition, this morning on my walk to work. So clued up, mate. Michael, that's a shout for you. If you want to keep betting, listen to some podcasts and you get more info. But then again, you're all right at betting, even though you don't know football, which is a little bit annoying. Sevilla, Lille. I've got no clue with that one. I can't lie to you. They spoke about it in that pod, but I can't remember what they said. Sevilla not doing too well. Lille not being as good as they were last year. And I think Sevilla do well. I don't know. I'm chatting out my ass with that one. Don't know. This is where Akers fall down because I'd have to randomly pick one. You say Sevilla, Josh? Are they doing well at the moment? Sevilla, tell me. Oh, Ruben with loads of space in front of him. There is a game still going on, by the way, whilst I'm talking about other games. Havertz to Ziyech, trying to cut it on his left. What are you doing, son? Just poked at it. Frustrating with Ziyech there. And then the final game tonight, this is the worst night to do. Tomorrow is definitely better for Champions League game. But Villarreal versus Young Boys, it's got to be Villarreal. Unai Emery's boys. Soon not to be Unai Emery's boys. I think Newcastle are very, very eager to get Unai in, aren't they? They really want him. So I think they're going to throw a bit of money at that, which is what they can do for everything now. So yeah, but Villarreal should win that one against Young Boys. That's a fun ACCA game, isn't it? I probably butchered that. I don't even try and follow football. I just try and suss out who I think are better. Yeah, you don't do too bad, to be honest. You aren't too bad at it, which is annoying a little bit, but fair play. ACCA's at the oh my god, substitutes are happening. Viva Ross Barkley's coming on. But more importantly, our number 10, Pulisic, the man made out of paper mache, ankles like glass. Christian Pulisic is coming on for the first time in quite a long time, and that's exciting. He's getting 18 minutes here. That's very exciting. Very exciting. Ziyech's coming off the goal scorer. Hasn't had the best night, but scored a tap in. So Ross Barkley for Ziyech, it says, and Hudson-Odoi for Pulisic. It's a bit annoying that Hudson-Odoi's coming off. I think he deserves longer. But I think we're going for by the looks of it, Havertz up top with Pulisic next to him and maybe Ross Barkley just behind him. That's what would make sense in this situation. But who knows? Ross Barkley might be playing up front, which is just weird, isn't it? But this is where goals could maybe come. I think, fresh legs, Pulisic with a point to prove that he can get back to his previous form. Obviously, Ross Barkley always looking to prove himself. Maybe it's time. Eric Lamella's men. Sorry, Josh. Eric Lamella's men, shall I say? How's Eric Lamella getting on, Josh? Can you tell me that? I kind of forgot about him. Never forget our ACCA, Josh. Never forget what the back post could be if we won that ACCA. We had an ACCA on, which was probably we had like every game in the Championship, every game in the Champions League, and we were pretty much getting everything right. No, from the get go, game first started, Barnsley go 1-0 down. And it's like, oh, great. So Barnsley aren't winning, and we had Barnsley to win. And then everything else just slowly started to come in. Real Madrid winning, Inter Milan winning, whatever was happening in that night. Things were slowly starting to come in, but Barnsley were always just there, not winning. And this was a huge acca that we both put on. And so, yeah, we were in for like 60 grand or something. Oh, so they're joint top of the league. Henny's scored a brace on his debut. Eric Lamella having a great time, mate, away from Spurs. Who would have thought? Player leave from Spurs and doing well. Wait, who does he play for? Does he play for Sevilla? Because they're not top at the moment, but they got a point. They got a game in hand. Go on, Ross. Oh, sorry. Barnsley instantly went 2-0 down in our ACCA, our brilliant ACCA. So it was literally like fucked it from the get go, but everything else came in. But didn't they bring it back to a draw? And it was like, it was horrible. He plays for Scunthorpe. The La Liga is it's interesting at the minute, isn't it? Really, because obviously Barcelona are doing terrible. You got Sociedad who are on hot form at the moment at the top, but Real Madrid and Sevilla are lurking just behind 1 point with a game in hand. So they can quite easily go top, Josh. So I don't think you're too wrong. But obviously, Betis and Madrid also having a decent time. It's just a madness. It's good to see. It's good to see that. Like, and it's also like similar to Serie A, Napoli and AC Milan just storming away with 31 points, and the closest to them, Inter Milan, with 24 points. Like, it's just better to see because, of course, Juve were dominant for so long. Barcelona and Real Madrid were so dominant for long in the league, and then Atletico won last year, and then hopefully another team can win this year. Oh. God, I've got my voice is starting to run out. Okay, so in our big ACCA, Barnsley made it 2-1 with 20 left, and then 3 minutes later went 3-1 down. So it kind of gave us a little bit of hope, and then took it away straight away. And we would have won about 60 grand. And we said we'd put it not all of it, obviously, because that'd be stupid. We said we'd put a considerable chunk into the back post, and we would have tried to do something. And yeah. Well, maybe one day, Josh. Maybe one day. Maybe one day we'll win an audacious ACCA and get a studio or some shit. I mean, winning an ACCA won't get us a studio, will it? You have to pay rent on a studio. Oh, go on. Havertz, you got to volley it. What are you doing, man? Oh, he's trying to side foot it through the keeper's legs where he should just be fucking lacing that fucker. Like Ross Barkley. Oh my God. Like Ross Barkley, he was like 40 yards out. He just tried to volley it in. It was a good shot. Ruben, just a lovely dink over the top, giving Havertz tons of time to think what to do. And he's got to use his laces, and instead he just opts for a side foot right at the keeper. As you say, Paul has to score. That was rubbish. And then it's the thing with Havertz, man. He's so frustrating. He's so frustrating to watch. You just gotta lace that, man. You just gotta lace it. It's 2-0 then. Game's wrapped up. Commentators are saying that Malmo have done well to keep us at bay. I do believe there is some element of truth in that, but also I just think we just not took chances that we should be taking. Really, Havertz loves these cute finishes. Sometimes just needs to lace it in the goal. You're absolutely right, mate. He likes to dink. He likes to put it across, and sometimes that is needed. Like his goal the other week, that little dink over the keeper was absolutely needed at that point. It was a beautiful finish, but he needs to know when to lace it, like you said. Like he just needs to know when to put his foot through it. Oh, terrible tackle from off the street there to stop Malmo countering attacking. He gets a yellow. Kind of needed that, but a bit of a tough one. Sometimes you got to do it. Sometimes you got to do it. But yeah, that's frustrating from Havertz, man. That's very frustrating because that's the game wrapped up then, isn't it? Because the Malmo have had their chances. They have had these little scares. I mean, nothing too substantial, but so yeah, you got to do better for me. He's got to do better. You arguably think if that's fucking Ross Barkley, he wallies it in, don't you? Sorry, I'm just trying to get the angle right on this. I'm getting a bit more slouched towards the end of the stream, isn't it? When he starts slouching a bit. Been streaming for an hour and 43 minutes. Crazy. It's gone by really quickly because people have been in here chatting, and I've really, really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed this one. It's been really good fun. Foul by his own player, the Malmo player. Bloody hell. That's good, isn't it? Oh, is he bleeding as well? Barkley would have scored, Paul. I think he would have because he's the kind of geezer that Wally's that puts power behind it. And obviously, it's like you need a mixture of the two. You need to know when to dink and when to Wally it. And like kind of, I think Barkley would have just twatted it as hard as he could. I think Malmo's player, right, is down now and he's bleeding. And it was his own player that's injured him. He's got like twatted in the face. Malmo's keeper manager looks dead behind the eyes. Oh my God. It's okay, mate. It's okay. You're going to win the league. If anyone's watching at the same time, Jesus, he looked upset. I'm at 81, 42, 43, 44, just in case anyone wants to resync. Yeah, Paul, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. He beautiful pass from Ruben. He's put it on a plate, really. He's put it on a plate for Havertz there. He's weighted it perfectly just to go up and down and get there. Good, Malmo in full force here, still screaming and shouting, looking at the Chelsea fans. Fair play to him. Love it when you see fan groups like that. But yeah, no, Ruben's had a great night. He's had a great game. And he deserves the spot. I think he deserves to play on the weekend, personally. I don't think he's a rotational player. I think he's one of our best. I think he needs to play at the moment with the form that he's in. Obviously, he can come in and out of form, but right now with the form he's in, the way he progresses as well, like right now without Lukaku, the disconnect, and without Werner as well, without a full squad, I think you really rely on players like Ruben to get the ball forward and push forward and really progress like he's right now. Right now, he's on the ball. He's going to run a little bit, take it past the halfway line, do a couple step overs, and get it out of his feet. And it's just and that's what you need. You want it to get it to those attacking players because some of these attacking players like Havertz needs that. So yeah, I've Ruben top man, love him. Could have been man of the match. Could still be man of the match. To be fair, between him and Hudson-Odoi, I think that's fair. If there's anyone I'm missing, let me know. Yeah, the manager did look depressed, didn't he? He looked upset. Getting to the end of this game now, it seems like it's just fizzling out a little bit, doesn't it? But 1-0 is not by any means safe, so we need to make sure. I've not seen much of Pulisic yet. I've kind of had my eye on the stream as well, but I'm happy to have him back on the pitch. Even if he doesn't do much, I'm just happy for him to get these minutes in the bank and get back up. But I've said those words before, and I've been here before with Pulisic, so I'm reluctant to be optimistic, but I'm happy. Not S. What do you mean, Josh? One more goal. Mike just needs one more goal for his bet to come in. So he's willing. Are you only watching this as well, by the way, Mike? I'm guessing you're not watching the game, so you're just waiting for me to tell you if they score or not, which is really funny because I can break the bad news or the good news. Chelsea stressed me out, I swear. Yeah, honestly, Mike's had some funny luck with these Chelsea games. Chelsea just currently on the attack, but let me get up his Norwich bet because this is hilarious. Come on, Chelsea, do it for Michael. Let me get up his last one because against Norwich, obviously that mad 7-0 game. Michael had a bet on, and for me, it seemed like a reasonable bet. It seemed like a smart bet. And I don't think anyone predicted what was happening against Norwich. So Michael had over 1.5 goals. Yes, of course. Chelsea to win. Of course. Over 4.5 home corners. That was Norwich. Yeah. No, it was Chelsea. Yeah, of course. Should happen with how much we're going to have them. Under 4.5 cards. Yes. Not the most stressful game. Norwich, we're going to pick up a couple, but it's not a rivalry. It's not anything big. Yes. Under 12.5 corners overall. Seems reasonable. All of that came in. The thing that let him down, and it was for only for about 40, 50 quid, I think. Mike, tell me if I'm wrong. He had under 5.5 goals, and we scored 7. Christensen with an audacious shot there. Yeah, we scored 7 on the day, and it was just hilarious. And also with the pen was the 6th, wasn't it? Mount's pen. And he missed the first one. So it was like such a roller coaster of emotions because me and Mike were watching it together. And Mike's going, yes, he's missed the pen. I don't stop scoring, please. I want to win this money. He's not a Chelsea fan, so he doesn't care. And then it turns out he got to retake the pen and then he sinks it. And Mike's just like, for fuck's sake. And then we score another one just to compile his misery. And it's just brilliant. Just so funny. Sadly, you're right. Yeah. Yeah. Right. It was hilarious, and then it was. That's so rough. Yeah, man. It's like no one predicted 7 against Norwich. Look, and if you did, you're a mental man. And that's one narrative that I haven't really spoke about on this stream. It's about Mason Mount and where is he? Because he's ill, isn't he? He apparently woke up the other day ill, and it said it's not COVID related, but obviously you never know nowadays with what footballers are saying and what they mean and all sorts. But with Mason was kind of like, against Norwich, it was like, we don't need our strikers because we've got Mason Mount. And obviously, it was so happy for him to score because people were like, Mason Mount hasn't scored in a while. What's he doing? Like, what's going on there? So it was great. Like, Mason Mount was basically like, shut the fuck up. I'm better than Emile Smith-Rowe, basically. But then all of a sudden he's ill and he's not playing and he's not travelled. And I guess the travelling is difficult, especially when you're ill. You don't want to be on a plane to Sweden. And if you can avoid that, probably will. And we've got the job done without him so far. I don't want to jinx or anything. But as I say that, they make a fantastic run. Oh, he's offside, thank God. But yeah, no. So I'm worried about that. I really am. Because if it is COVID related, that could affect because he could be out for a little bit longer, and we don't need that. We want, especially after his form against Norwich. So I hope he's okay. I hope he comes back for the Burnley game. I hope they've just thought we're not going to send him to Sweden because that's peak for an ill person. Let's just chill out and he'll play against Burnley. Havertz there, another ball over the top, and you just can't bring it down. Oh my God, Rudiger just big nut. Havertz is the most frustrating player, isn't he? Like, what's more frustrating, Timo or Havertz? And Kevin's just come in with a question there. What do you think of Kai Havertz this season? Perfect timing, Kevin. Mate, he's frustrating. He's stressful because I mentioned this earlier in the stream. He scored the winning goal for Chelsea in the Champions League final. Do you know how huge that is? Drogba did that previously, and he is a king. He is a god among men. I would kiss the floor that man walked on. Havertz did that for Chelsea, gave me one of the best nights of my life. He's gone down in Chelsea's history automatically. Oh my God, Malmo on the attack, and it's not nice. Ruben's dealt with it, of course. Yeah, so all things led for him to have an incredible season. And you think that would happen, innit? Because that sort of confidence would surely, like for me, like if I was a professional footballer and I just won a club that I just joined that season, the Champions League, I'm going into the next one thinking I'm the dog's bollocks. Like, who's this Lukaku geezer? I'm it, and I know maybe he's not got that mindset, but he needs to have a bit of that much more in his game. Because yeah, and Paul's back brilliantly leads me to my next point. He's got so much ability and potential, and you can see it. That's the thing with Havertz. You can see it. It's there. The way he can move the ball and the way he glides across the pitch, the way he can dink little shots, the way he uses his feet to manipulate the ball around. It's beautiful. It's Berbatov-esque, I think. I think that's a very close. He's not as good as Berbatov at the moment, but it's Berbatov-esque, and I think he could be that kind of player. And I think that's the kind of player he is, mate. And that would be special. But he just doesn't come to do it. So it's frustrating because it's not like he's just shit and it's just shit. Like, he's good and he's playing mediocre, but then every now and then he gets a little goal. He has a little good bit of play. Like today, he helped with the goal with the 1-2. So it's just incredibly frustrating, Kev. I think he's really frustrating, and we're only a quarter of the way into the season now, aren't we, or something like that? 10 games in the Prem. He's got time. But he's running out. He's quite quickly running out of time because he's had a season and we're into his second season now. But right now he's our number one striker because of Lukaku and Havertz being Werner being out. So he's got time to prove himself. Thanks for the question, though, mate. Appreciate you dropping by. We're into the 1 minute of extra time. 3 minutes were added on. Malmo had a scary bit of attack, really, whilst I was talking. Like, I was like, they were worrying me. Oh, Pulisic just won the ball back in a high position there, though. What's going to happen? We've won that back really well there. I like that. I like that sort of thing because they were scaring me a little bit, Malmo, but we've just gone and controlled the game. That goal looks like it's not coming though, Mike. I'm sorry. Oh no, what is that? Oh God, that was a terrible back pass from someone, from Ross, who looked quite hurt in that tackle that followed after it. But Mendy was ready. Mendy was already at the ball. Fair play to him. Tuchel was scared then. Tuchel did the same thing though. It was dodgy, Paul, wasn't it? It was I think Mendy had it covered, to be fair to him. He had a good starting position where he just dipped. But they are just showing a little bit of fight at the end here. Hopefully it's too late. 30 seconds left. Oh, they're scaring me, Get to that, Mendy. Yeah, we got that. Should be okay. We should be okay. Mendy's going to waste a bit of time here. Mendy's not had much to do, to be fair. He hasn't really been tested, but it's just they've showed scary moments where our defense has looked a bit like ropey. That's what it is. Oh, go on. Pulisic. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Takes it round. Oh, you fucking moron. Oh, the flag goes up anyway. Oh, Christian. And that's the end of the game. Michael, nearly the last kick of the game was almost a win. He was in an offside position anyway, so it wouldn't have counted, but that would have been fantastic for him. And that was the last kick of the game. That's it. Full time. Chelsea 1, Malmo now. Oh my god, you bastard, Jade. Sorry, did I get you excited? Did I get you a bit gassed, Mike? I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I thought it was in, mate. I thought it was it. That would have been amazing as well for the fact that it's Christian Pulisic. All right, that's it. Full time. Let me get this questions banner up again. I want to chat to you briefly. My hopes dashed. Yeah, man. Let's talk about the game real quick before we end the stream here. I'm losing my voice. I'm really losing my voice. Talking to yourself for 2 hours. Well, not talking to myself, talking to you guys, but talking out loud for 2 hours is really taking a toll. But that puts us joint top of the group with Juve, but Juve obviously have to play Zenit in 20 minutes time, so that doesn't really mean much. But yeah, mate, I'm sorry, Mike, you're Aka again, Chelsea. Stop betting on Chelsea because it just ain't working for you, pal. Good game again. I think we weren't at our best there, Chelsea. We weren't. We didn't just go and demolish them like a lot of people thought we did. I thought we'd win 3-0 quite comfortably, to be fair. But we weren't there tonight. And maybe that was because of our chopping and changing. Well, there weren't even much chopping and changing. Maybe Malmo got it right defensively, but no matter what, Tuchel's boys found a way. And it was through one bit of really good play, one bit of really techie, beautiful bit of football, mainly created by Hudson-Odoi. Man of the match. Oh God, just rocked the whole desk. The man of the match for me is between Ruben and Hudson-Odoi. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Who's your man of the match? Let me know. Paul and whoever else is in the chat. I think it's between those two because Hudson-Odoi offered that moment of magic. I know Ziyech got the goal, but it was Hudson-Odoi's bit of 1-2, his run and his ball in. That's what created it. So it's either him or Ruben, who, probably Ruben should have had an assist because Havertz should have scored that goal, really. So he should have an assist. He played really well. He was bossing that midfield. He was dragging it forward a lot. So it's difficult for me. Let me know what you think in the chat. I want to know. Is it Hudson-Odoi or is it Ruben? Because I want to know. Kev said Atalanta should smash United later. I hope so. It would be a lot of fun if they did. I think Atalanta, how they played in that first half of that last game 2 weeks ago, they should have smashed them, should have obliterated them there and then. It should have scored like 4 then. So it can happen, especially because they are at home as well. So that's in favour of them. So I hope so. But you know what? United are United, so you never know. You never fucking know with them. Ruben, probably man of the match for me. Cho wasn't good in the great first half. Yeah, no, you're right. Hudson-Odoi wasn't consistently good over the whole game. He had bright sparks. It's like he kind of pinged with some bright sparks, and then the one bright spark ultimately led to the goal. Whereas Ruben had a very consistent performance. So I think I agree with you, Paul. I think I'm leaning towards Loftus-Cheek for man of the match there. I think he deserves it for sure. Oh, yeah, job done, but dodgy. Job done. Exactly right, Paul. I think that's it for the stream. Unless anyone's got any more last minute questions to drop my way, I think I'm going to end the stream pretty soon because dinner is, I can hear it, it's on, and I'm ready for it because I'm quite hungry and I also need to drink some water because my voice is gone. But no, good game, great stream. Really appreciate everyone dropped by. Paul, you're a legend. You've been here the whole time. Kevin, thanks for dropping by. Daniel at the start. Michael, who's been here the whole time. Anyone that's been by. Michael said I do not have any questions, only anger. I appreciate everyone that's dropped by. Thank you for Josh as well for dropping by and walking his dog and letting us see that. These streams, we're going to do more of them. We really enjoy them. It's great talking to people. Interacting. It's just watching the game with Chelsea fans. That's what we want, right? Isn't it? We want to talk about the game. We want to chat shit and we want to watch football. That's the best part of life, isn't it? So thank you for joining me. I really appreciate everyone here. Thanks, Paul. Really appreciate it. Loved it. Definitely, we'll be doing some more often. We're going to try to do like some midweek streams more often for sure. So, yeah, appreciate you all. Take care. Have a great night. Let's hope Atalanta do United, yeah?